Well, once again, I still don't have my intro, all the good stuff I need for editing yet moved over. But I'm working on it because I just got through watching the Alabama-Texas game. They needed that, Bama did. Thank God it wasn't an SEC game because I'm sure you SEC fans were jumping for joy. It don't count. I won't ever give up on Bama, no matter what. But I was predicting something like 69-12, but that shows you how bright I am. No, Texas played a good game, real good game. And, of course, their coach was once one of the greatest offensive coaches Alabama ever had. And like some of you know, I grew up listening to Alabama football on the radio with my grandmother out on the screen porch in New Orleans. Didn't have air conditioning back then, folks. At least we didn't. Not till about 3 years later. We had a window unit finally. But when I was a boy, and like old Joe Biden, when I was a boy. But I love Alabama football, and I'll never give up. I'll always keep hope alive, just like I will for my country. But I want to tell you an American success story, and it happens all the time. And a lot of people don't even know this stuff. But one of my relatives, he could have reamed me good on this game, and he treated me with nothing but respect. Because he comes from a family that shows and offers respect to people. I'm going to tell you a little bit about his father. He's an Irishman. I'm not going to tell you the last name. Been in the oil business most of his life. Guess what? He wasn't in the oil business off the coast of the Gulf Coast of, Houston or New Orleans and the Gulf Coast, where most of the time it's pretty calm. No, he was in the North Sea. That's where he got his feet wet, you might say, oil drilling. Not a big man either. He's not a huge guy, but strong. Strong Irishman. But besides that, he had a brain, and the company realized it after a few years. And with his knowledge, and I'm sure a lot of his money, and the company, they put him through a college called Colgate. I think he went to another one too. I'm not sure, but he did go to Colgate. And look it up, folks, if you don't know what Colgate is. Hell, I don't remember. I'm so old, I don't remember what state it's in. I think it's in Massachusetts or maybe New Hampshire. I'm just showing you how dumb I am. But he comes out with a degree, folks. And he doesn't have to be an oil rigger anymore. He learned a lot. He learned about hard work and what it takes to be successful and what it takes to keep from getting yourself killed out in the North Sea. These are doers, folks. They're not talkers. See, a lot of you know, I'm not big on talkers. I like people who are doers. And I try to hang out with people much more intelligent than myself. And he's one of them. Anytime I get an opportunity to speak to this man and talk to this man, I always listen to what he's got to say, especially his son. Now, he's got 2 sons. They'll be watching this video. Both his sons graduated from the University of Texas, petroleum engineering degrees. Okay? I think it was 4 years each. One of them it took 5 years. Both of them got out with petroleum engineering degrees. One went to work for a major company, and one went to work for his own company. His company goes out and finds the oil and tells the drillers, this is where you need to drill. They use the most highly and sophisticated, I'm sure, equipment and maps and everything else that you can get your hands on to find this oil. And I'm sure he could tell you how much oil is under the state of Texas alone. And he's becoming very wealthy. He's got a wife, children. He's also a coach on most of the sports that his daughters are on. His parents did the right thing. His mother was highly intelligent, who is my wife's sister. Genius level. I wasn't blessed like that. But my wife's sister's on the genius level. She's good with money. She takes what the old man brings in, and she doubles it, triples it, and quadruples it sometimes. And it's all legal. They don't play. They're law-abiding Americans. They don't play by mafia rules or under-the-table bullshit. But these are people that came up from nothing. Irishmen. You know, Irish were a long time in this country were slaves. When do they get their reparations? They don't tell you that much in high school or junior high anymore. They might. In some red states they probably do, but in the blue states they probably don't even mention it. Yeah, thousands of them. Mostly were children. Just like being hauled across the border now for the greedy Democrats to use and abuse politically. Yeah. I'm getting old, folks. I want my daughters, my granddaughters, my family to see some of this stuff. And my children. I call them my children. They're my grandchildren when they're much, much older. But it can be done. People do it all the time. Come up from dirt and do it. So don't think it can't be done. And if you can get your kids, if they have the ability to go through college, push that and help work with them on that. But if they don't give up. There are trades out there. There's skills out there. I'm sure when he was out on the North Sea, I mean, they work like what? 2 weeks on, 2 weeks off. Probably bringing in I don't know, back then, probably $150,000 a year. I don't know. I don't have a clue. I didn't ask him how much money he made back then. Okay. It's none of my damn business, but I know he's got plenty of it now. By using his brains and working and putting in the time and effort. And if you don't put the time and effort in, you're never going to have anything. But if you do want something out of this life and out of this world, so that one day maybe you can give to others, do it. And I hope you all have a great night. Roll Tide, baby. Hopefully we learn something from this and carry on for the rest of the season of the SEC. Texas ain't in the SEC. Roll Tide, baby.